TGIF, happy Friday, Sun Seekers. This is the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. And I start with the greatest news we could ever get. Sunshine, hot temperatures, and look at this, barely anything for precipitation until at least Wednesday of next week. Oh, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Happy Friday, guys. We are the Sun Seekers. We have found the sun, and we are in for a major heat wave in our area. Asking you the question, what's the ideal temperature for you? And why is it 30 degrees? Of course, it's 30. I do have a little bit of sad news for fans of Dolphins' Ukrainian festival. That has been canceled. They are just dealing with way too much in the parkland. And, of course, by now you've heard the Dolphin Hospital is basically closed indefinitely until they can get basement repairs done. It's basically where their generator is and their boilers and all the important stuff is in the basement, kind of like in your house. You know, the furnace, hot water tank is usually down there. And so they've got to get that stuff fixed, and it's going to take weeks. And it is not only canceled the Ukrainian festival, but it's got folks in the parkland saying, hey, listen, field hospitals, they do them in the military. They do them on the battlefield. Maybe we need a field hospital in Dauphin. Air Canada has a flight slide off the runway in Montreal. Some scary moments for some passengers coming in from Los Angeles yesterday. Remember the bread settlement where they were mailing out money based on the fact that they were overcharging us for bread? Remember that? It was like some got $10, some got $30. I think the average payout was like $40 or $50. Apparently there's a beef settlement now. I don't know what happened with this. We'll look together, and I get, hey, listen, whenever these companies say, listen, we messed up, we're mailing you a check, but I'm very curious about this because beef is one of those things that is pretty expensive. Canadian airports issue an AI warning this morning. What is that all about? An AI warning for Canadian airport travelers. What's happening here? And finally, the story about a person who says, I quit. We've all been there. We've all had it. I quit. This guy said, I quit. Problem is, he's a pilot. And he quit mid-flight. And by quit, I mean he quit everything. He basically said, I quit. I'm out of here. Open the door. And to make matters worse, there's a student pilot at the helm. Now, everybody's okay. Student pilot was excellent. Brought the plane down perfectly. As for the pilot, well, we've all been there. We've all had those tough days where it's like I quit. But this guy, oh my, what? It's a harrowing story. Oh, you have picked a good day to hang out in the heat with your buddy TG. Here we are, 16 degrees. Oh, boy, what a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful Friday and a gorgeous weekend ahead. Now, Brandon, Assiniboine River is still expected to peak on Monday. No change there. It looks as if we're locked and loaded and ready. I don't think we've ever been more ready for a high water event. Now it's got people asking, where's the water? Okay, relax, everybody. Now we let science take over. It's just like the weather. It's a prediction exercise, okay? They're saying it could be 5 feet, could be 8 feet, could be, some of the water could get lost along the way, couldn't follow directions and missed the turn to Brandon. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's supposed to peak. The Assiniboine in Brandon is supposed to peak on Monday. And we appear to be very ready. Isn't that good? I think that's good. And the fact that we've got this heat and sunshine, I know it's humid, but it's going to help dry things out. And that's fantastic. That is exactly what we need. Now, as far as this heat wave goes, Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement, and we have got, we like the heat. Not everybody has air conditioning, though. So, and also your pets. Please don't leave your pets tied up outside in weather like this. Of course, they're going to be outside. Of course, they're going to play in the water, and they're going to love being outside and spending time with you, but we got to make sure that they're taken care of. And for God's sake, please don't leave your pets in your car. Oh, my God, it's awful. You wouldn't want to sit in your car without the air conditioning on and without any air moving around. 28 for the high today. Absolutely stupendous. It's a patio day if we ever had one. This is summer, folks. This is what we have waited 6, 8, 10 months for. This is it. We are into our 1 week of nice weather. Some will call it too hot. But look at this. Some showers in the overnight. It's just some light showers. Then back to the heat and the sunshine. Light showers at night. Then back to the heat and the sunshine. This is how it should be 12 months of the year. For God's sake. I picked the wrong place to be born on the planet. But let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. Season 7 started when it was minus 25, wind chill minus 50, with 50 feet of snow on the ground, and season 7 will end next Friday with sunshine and temperatures in the upper 20s. We're the sun seekers. We've seeked the sun, so it's time for a season break. We'll be off for a couple of weeks, and we'll be back August the 4th, which is a Tuesday, at 7 a.m. for Season 8. Very grateful. Thank you for making Season 7 our best season yet. There's no stopping the sunshine train at the Beach Bunker, at least for the time being. So thank you again for your tremendous support. We've got a week to go before we have to shut her down, and I got to go enjoy my sunshine. It's been a bit of a busy spring. I don't know if you've noticed there's some stuff going on. A few things happening around here. We are live streaming on all platforms this morning, including TikTok, YouTube, X, Facebook, and Twitch. We move over to Twitch for hour 2 of the show. You're more than welcome to lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com or catch the audio version of the show in podcast form at TylerGlenShow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And we move over to Twitch exclusively for our VIPs on hour 2. You can sign up for free and get an account where you can comment like the rest of the Sun Seekers on Twitch throughout the entire 2 hours. We've got people who are commenting on the YouTube and the TikTok and the X and all that stuff. And then some just decide they're going to be lurkers for hour 2, and that's fine. But if you want to comment for the entire two hours, don't be shy. Don't be shy. We have so many people that love to comment in hour one, and then they just want to sit back on the bench in hour two. Yeah, we need you. We need you to participate in the show. So feel free to sign up on the Twitch account and get yourself a user handle for hour two, okay? All right. Let's see what we've got going on in the world amongst the sun seekers. We have seeked the sun, and we've got it. Happy Friday! Yeah, we got a winner's bell. Happy Friday. Keyboard is on the way. I'm in a good mood because the weather doesn't get any better than this. The weather's been awful. It doesn't matter who you talk to. It's been terrible. It's caused destruction and headaches and heartaches and floods and terrible. And the fallout continues, as we've been discussing with not Country Fest, bite your tongue, Ukrainian Festival. And we'll talk a bit more about that because that's a big deal. Country Fest, of course, is one of two major festivals held in Dauphin every year. Country Fest came off without a hitch, and then the storms hit, and then we had the hospital close, and there's no word on when it's going to be coming back. So they're like, and you know what? You can't blame them at all. I think it was a very smart move. But now this is where government needs to quit with all the stupid press conferences and do something, please. Do something, please. And someone needs to I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Someone needs to let the federal government know that there's Ukrainians in Dauphin. Seems that Ukrainians on the other side of the world get $1 billion every month. And can we get some money and some help for the Ukrainians in Dauphin? Is that too much to ask? That's as political as I'm going to get today. But seriously, guys, come on. Get in there. Get some federal people in there to help these people in the parkland out. This is ridiculous. The damn hospital's closed. What are you doing? Okay, back to the fun. I had to let that steam out. There'll be more steam if they don't get up off their arse. Anyway, it's Friday. It's Friday. And Road Reverend's here on Twitch, and so is Abigail and Trevor over on TikTok. Hi, Trev. Good to see you. Marcella's over on TikTok. Tosh is here on Twitch. Happy Keyboard Friday, Tosh. Yes, the illustrious keyboard will be here. Rachel Zarn is here on Facebook. Good morning. Happy anniversary to Janine. Uh-oh, what's happening with Janine? Janine chimes in and says, thanks, Rochelle. Oh, do tell. How many years? Love birds. How will you celebrate? Well, like dinner-wise and maybe a movie. I got something special. Richard's here on Facebook. Hello, Richard. Cindy's here on Twitch. Hi, Cindy. Michelle's here, too, on Facebook, along with Vincent on TikTok. Michelle wishes everybody an amazing weekend. We wish you the same, Michelle. And stay cool. Oh, why? My bones are going, oh, thank you, Mr. Sun. There's some heat, Mr. Sun. Drying up my yard, drying up the water all over the place, and this is exactly what we need. Now, bugs, mosquitoes, we'll see how we make out on Monday. And hopefully there is not a tsunami of water coming to Brandon, because right now things look incredibly manageable. And there's supposed to be a lot of water headed in our direction. But again, I think we're very well prepared, so that is good too. Hello, Dean. Hello, Justin. Hello, Dean and Justin are on TikTok. We've got Jody on Facebook this morning. Nick is here, too. Nick is over on Twitch along with Quentin and Katie, 4380. Bernice is over on Twitch as well. Good morning to you. Mark is here, too. Mark is over on TikTok along with Peter and Jeremy. Good morning, Jeremy. Hello, happy Friday, Jeremy. Kim Mulchuk is here on Facebook. Good morning. Waking up to that beautiful sunshine. Derek is here too, and Derek had your show last night over at the Keystone Center. There were some dark clouds there, but no, we used the power of positive thought to shoo those clouds away from the Tim Hortons yard sale they had over at 18th Street. Lots of great people showing up to get some deals and help support Camp Day, which, by the way, is on Wednesday. And I'll be jumping around to various locations on Wednesday. Watch for my live updates. And better yet, make sure you support the cause on Wednesday for Camp Day. But then it was over to the Keystone Center for the incredibly hip and Simple Jack. Well, not in that order. Simple Jack opened for them. However, a dramatic situation, Derek says. They narrowly avoided catastrophe when a light truss got pushed over by the wind. Well, who's in charge of construction over there? You can't get good help these days. It almost took out the drummer. My gosh, like Buddy Holly. A long, long time ago, I can still remember when the music made me smile. We were at the Keystone Center playing tunes when the wind came up and blew the booms and nearly took out our drummer. His name is Steve. That is a rendition of American Pie, song done by for Buddy Holly and the Big Band. We did that one. Didn't end well. I'm glad everybody is okay. Oh man. Nick said it was fantastic. If the planned upgrades to the Keystone grounds mean more shows like that, count me in. I think it's great that they're going to be doing some changes over there and utilizing those grounds. Aren't they beautiful? They're beautiful. Those big trees over at the corner of, what is that? Richmond and 16th Street? 17th Street? Is that how that works? By the co-op there. By what used to be Jiffy Food. Well, Headley's is right there. Kitty corner to Headley's, those giant trees, if they're going to do camping and stuff in there, it's going to be really nice. I think it's a great idea. So kudos to everybody involved, and thank God the weather was good. It's nice to see that everybody had a great time, and there will likely be more to come. And it looks like the transition from the Riverbank Discovery Center over to the Keystone Center was seamless. They got the word out, which also was good. So we do have good news. I sense a tide shift. We're probably going to deal with the Ukrainian festival, and then it's going to be, I'm sensing good news after this. We're going to turn the corner, as they say. Bradley's here this morning on Facebook. Hello, Bradley. Hello, Henry. Ken is here too on TikTok. Good morning, guys. Tracy Rogers over on Twitch. Good morning. Kim says heartbreaking about the Dauphin Ukrainian Festival. We'll see everybody next year. It is, but the right thing to do. It had to be done. And the people of Dauphin still want answers, and they should, not just Dauphin, because that hospital serves a huge area. It's the hub. We were up there for it's the only time I've been in the Dauphin Hospital was when we did the Tim Hortons Smile Zone unveiling. That's a couple years ago now, but fantastic staff. What a beautiful place. I was blown away. I mention that any chance I get that because Dauphin's not a big place, but they sure have a really nice hospital up there. It's a beautiful facility, state of the art, really. And I was really impressed and said, and now that it's completely shut down, I'm thinking, Jesus, Murphy, that's a lot of specialty stuff that people are going to have to go to. I guess Neepawa. I mean, Gilbert Plains is there, Swan River, but they will not have some of the specialty services that Dauphin had, not to mention the emergency stuff, you know. Nick says Ukrainians in Dauphin. In the other news, there are old people in Florida. Yeah, but it appears that Ukrainians on the other part of the world, Nick, are getting a whole bunch of money. Now, it's not personal. I know that. It's a war that's going on, but Canada seems to be ready with the checkbook. And I'm not saying cut them off or trade one for the other. I'm just saying, listen, can we get some attention? I know there's not millions of voters in Manitoba, and we aren't first on the list. We're often forgotten. We're in the back of the bus of Canada, so to speak. But come on. People are suffering up there. This is the point where people, it's nice that you come and tour. It's nice that you take a look at the damage, but come on, we need some help for people. What are you doing? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Government. Oh my God. Useless. Well, and but that being said, in Brandon, locally, our preparations for flood have been going pretty good. So I can't poo-poo on all of them at this point in time. Check in next week. Janine says 27 Is that how many years you've been married? Holy cow, that's a good thing. We're going to slide into yesterday's good thing, by the way, because I'm getting carried away here. And before we do that, a quick reminder that, in this heat, it is imperative that the AC in your car is working good. You get any AC issues, please see my friends at Murray Certified Service. Of course, they're going to take care of your vehicle. They're doing your oil changes for you. They're making sure your fluids are all topped up. They're making sure that you're road trip ready for summer. And not only that, but they're making sure those filters are great. So even though your AC may be working okay, you want to make sure that you're sucking in good air. You know what I'm saying? So they'll check your filters, get that oil changed. And if you're at Certified Service Express, and that's, for your oil change and fluid top up, they're going to get you in and out in a flash. So check out the crew at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And make sure you're driving cool this weekend. Now, you're not going to have the oven on either. So you're going to be barbecuing. There's going to be smokies. There's going to be hamburgers. Where do I get the buns? Where do I get the buns? How about the best buns on planet Earth? Yes, not just Brandon's Bakery. They come from all over. Outer space, landing UFOs right there on 1st Street to get the buns at Kuiper's Family Bakery. Not just buns, too. They've got delicious breads, sweet treats, tarts, cookies, and more. So when you are at the grill this weekend or planning to do some grilling this weekend, maybe it's garlic toast to go along with that steak, see my friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 1st Street, just north of the 1st and Richmond corner next to Tasty's. And Sunrise Credit Union, they've got something big cooking at Sunrise Credit Union, although you're not supposed to be cooking in this heat. Sunrise does, and it's for students. So if you know a student, it's going to be good that they're kind of just got an eye open for something big cooking at Sunrise Credit Union. I am hearing that it's Sunday. They're going to drop something fantastic. And, of course, right now it's Sunrise Credit Union. They could be making 3 months of payments for you with their 3 months on us contest. Go to sunrisecu.mb.ca, and there you will find the rules and regulations. I think it's around $3,000, so that's like $1,000 a month. That's payments on something awesome. So check that out with our friends at Sunrise Credit Union with 19 area locations and 35,000 members. And Nick wants us to remember that tomorrow is Slurpee Day. What good timing for that. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Dave. Lisa and Dave are on TikTok. Trev is here on Facebook. I think Bomber game tonight. It's been a while that the boss, I bet you Trev has got his car running right now. Car is started, ready to hit the Bomber game. They play Toronto, I think, tonight. So, it's going to be a go. Imagine selling beer at the football stadium tonight. Ooh, beer and ice cream. It would be a good time to be in the beer and ice cream business, or just the ice business, quite honestly. Joan Gurr is here, too, on Facebook. Good morning, Joan. It's nice to see you. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Lindsay Hines is here, too. Good morning, Tyler. Have a great day. You too, Linz, and stay cool, okay? Stay cool. We're doing yesterday's good thing. If you had something awesome happen to you yesterday, let's sneak that in before our Friday beach break, if we could do that. And I think Derek got us rolling because his drummer survived near catastrophe. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on a great concert, a great turnout for Tim Hortons yard sale yesterday in support of Camp Day on Wednesday. Let's focus on generally in Brandon, we didn't get any rain yesterday. Now, they did get some thunderstorms and nothing super severe. There was some hail reported in the area, I believe, in around Killarney again. And hopefully it was not too serious. We're going to knock that off now. Apparently in the forecast, we're good. We're good to go. Derek says we use the power of rock and roll to push the power of rock and roll. The power of it. Is there any power left? Rock and roll is just not what it used to be. Rock and roll is just, but you know what? Keep it alive. Keep it on going. Trev says, yes, let's go blue. It's game day. It's game day for the Bombers. Lillian is over on Facebook. Richmond and 13th. Thank you, Nick. That is where those big, beautiful trees are on the Keystone Center grounds. Derek says our government thinks that we are useless. Did you see the post from Carney that people think of Canada last? No, I don't really follow anything that guy says until he's got his checkbook out. Then it's like, okay, what are you going to say to us? Cindy says, GT, Michelle, and Halsey came for a visit. Oh, baby time, 4 or 5 days. Tosh was over at the co-op and took part in the co-op big deal. Oh, God, did she ever. Good job, Tosh. That's what it's all about. And I invite you to do the same. Ooh. I know a few people that caught the show yesterday, and that was their first stop. You can't beat that. That's a co-op big deal from yesterday. $2.99. Look it. So she spent $3, $6, $9, $12, $15, $18, $21 for all that. $21. Talk about fantastic timing for this promo. This is probably our best big deal yet. But, I mean, seriously, for $3, you get a 1.5 liter. She got Heavenly Hash. Someone's into the vanilla. I'm trying to find a way to make some freezer room, for God's sake. Thank you for supporting the sponsors, as I mentioned. And I can't say thank you enough. 7 seasons this show's been on. Season 8 starts August the 4th, and I can't do it without you guys, and I can't do it without amazing sponsors. We have been sold out on this show since Season 2. Season 2. It is phenomenal. And I just want to say thank you. It has been absolutely fantastic, and I love when you support the sponsors that support the show. It keeps the circle of life going, as they say. Oh, and Cindy's good thing, of course, because she had some baby time yesterday. There we go. Oh, not so much baby anymore. Look at that. Oh, my God. What happened? These kids don't stay small for very long. Jeez, quit feeding them. Oh, Richard is already ahead of the game because he is donating to the Tim Hortons Camp Foundation already. Good job there, Richard. Good job. That is fantastic. Good morning, Alan. You have a great day too, Alan. Stay cool. Stay cool. Drink some beer. Have some freezies. Have an ice cap. And we'll be doing that on Wednesday to send kids to camp. Iced coffee and hot coffee and picking up your clogs. Picking up your what? Yeah, can I get a double-double? And can I get a flatbread pizza? And can I get a set of Crocs, please? Size 13. Oh, when you get these in a size 13, you can also use them as a boat. You can attach a little motor to the back of them. And they're even Clear Lake approved, actually. They'll let you on Clear Lake with these. And my size 13s can probably take 3 to 5 passengers. It's true. Hey, Polar Bear, good to see you. Derek says there was a great crowd. Well, you know what? Nice weather does kind of tend to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've had it so crappy, and you have some good music, and you have some nice weather, and that's what happens. People come out to play. Isn't that great? Good to hear. Let's have more of it. What is the ideal summer temperature for you? Oh, Cindy, I'm devastated. What? 22? Richard, what's... Richard. 20? What you talking about, Willis? 20 degrees? Are you kidding me right now? How can you even be part of this show? We're the captain of the winter complainers. This is what we live for. We live for this right now. This is paradise. 20 degrees? God, I'm putting on my winter coat when it's 20 degrees. Are you nuts? Holy cow. Thanks for your good things, guys. Let's make it a great week for good things next week for our final few days of Season 7. And in the meantime, we're off to the Soggy Dollar, and then we'll get the season underway. We'll get the show underway. Season's pretty much underway. We're going to talk Dauphin, and more specifically, the hospital situation up there, and of course, country. I keep doing that. Not Country Fest, the Ukrainian Festival. The Ukrainian Festival being canceled.
Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is.
But first, let's go to the beach. It's a beach day.
Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours.
Everybody loves Fridays.
Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Let's celebrate. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Todos a la pena ahora porque la vida nos volamos en la porque la mentira. Todos a la pena ahora porque la vida nos volamos en la porque la mentira. Good morning, Sunseekers. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Come on, Sunseekers. Come on, Sunseekers. Come on, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. Good morning, Sunseekers. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours. Good morning, Sunseekers. Let's celebrate. It's Friday. The weekend is yours.
The weekend is yours. It's Friday, Sunseekers. That's a Soggy Dollar Friday beach cam, and we like that one. People are always having some Friday bevies before even the weekend begins. We like that. It's time to celebrate Friday. It's time to celebrate a heat wave. A special weather statement from Environment Canada. I do apologize if you're someone who does not like the heat. Not everybody does. But here at the Beach House Beach Bunker, we kind of celebrate that type of thing. That's why we're the Sunseekers after all. We're always complaining in January about minus 50 and 10 feet of snow. And you know what? Next week, I'm going to start pulling up that video. I'll let it get settled down. I'll let us get out of the woods for water. But then I'll be playing some blizzard video from the winter just to remind you of how far we've come and how bad it can get. And it can get bad in this part of the world. This is the toughest place in the world of which to live. Just ask anybody in the parkland right now. Not just winter. It is very, very wet as well. 16 degrees, and we do have some very, very high humidities right now. And that is because there's just so much moisture lying around. But we do have a special weather statement from Environment Canada. Extended period of heat, 28 for the high today. We'll be into the 30s this weekend. Could come close to 40 degrees by Sunday. And with the humidity, could feel close to 50. That is too hot. 50 degrees is too hot. All joking aside, asking you about the perfect temperature. What is the perfect temperature for the weather? Derek says 27 degrees. I would have to say that's true. I like 30, But I think after 30, it starts to get uncomfortable. 27, I would say, is correct. Everybody's favorite temperature should be from 27 to 30, but I think 27 is, it's not cool anymore. It's not so hot that you can't get some things done. 27 is fantastic. Quentin says 26 with zero humidity. Zumba Bernice likes it a little bit hotter, 28. I could do 28. Janine is up there at 30. Dave has a good point. He says it depends where you are. Location matters. At the lake, 25 and breezy. At work, 15 and light wind. You're a baby, Dave. Sorry. At the lake, I go the other way. At the lake, it's got to be 30. At work, I agree, but probably 20. Anita says 25. Yeah, people are starting to say it depends if you're at the lake. Who can afford to be at the lake? If you can afford to be at the lake, you can afford AC. What are you talking about? There's a lot of babies, though. I call them baby. Val says 22. Baby. BJ says 22. Baby. Well, that's good. At least Manitoba will be inhabited for future generations. If 22 is your perfect temperature, you've been acclimatized. I refuse. I refuse to be climatized. I am soaking this up. I'm going to love this weather. It is going to be fantastic. 50 degrees is a little hot. There's no two ways about that. For those that might be lurking in from other parts of the world, the Dauphin Ukrainian Festival is a yearly festival that draws in people from around the world, indeed across Canada, and it is a celebration of Ukrainian culture. For those unaware, the community of Dauphin currently undergoing some very tough times due to recent rainfall and floods. Is home to two big festivals. The Dauphin's Country Fest, which is just like many other country festivals you see across Canada and the United States. Big country acts come and play at the Selo Ukrainia site, the site actually built for the Ukrainian festival. And it's an amphitheater that's built into the side of a giant hill at Riding Mountain National Park. And so Country Fest has made use of that, of which this year they did. Jelly Roll was the headliner. And although they had some rain showers, it wasn't like what happened days later with torrential rains, which affected communities like Swan River, Minnetonka, and Dauphin. And in fact, it's closed the hospital. But the Ukrainian festival, there's Selo Ukrainia right there. And you can smell the garlic. You can smell the pierogies. You can smell... Tunchik. Who stole my kishka? Who stole my kishka? This is the Ukrainian festival, and just like Country Fest, look at the campers. You would think that this was Country Fest. No, this is the Ukrainian festival. They camp, they drink, they eat garlic. They play Who Stole My Kishka, Keep Your Hands Off My Kubasa, and other various... there's Kubasa. Oh, my God. Go back. Oh, boy. Look at that. Kubasa on an open flame like that? Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Kubasa. Kubasa, the best kind of Kubasa. How many of these do you think you could eat? And why is the answer only one, when you could probably, if you tried, eat all four? And they also drink vodka. It's known as vodka, spelt with a W. They drink lots of vodka. Oh, there's a pierogi. Okay, why so fast with the food shots here? Slow down. Oh, my God, on an open flame, those delicious white, beautiful pierogies they're just swimming in butter. They're just sitting there sizzling and cracking and popping. I'm just like, please come and eat me. Please get me with some kubasa. Oh, my God, I want some right now. You just can't beat it. You just can't beat it. Oh, man. And there's soup. Who needs soup? Kubasa, eggs, and look at that. They're going to I think they bake bread in those ovens there. And there's lots of dancing. When I was a kid, my folks had me in Ukrainian dancing for a couple of years. It's a tremendous amount of work. I did not last long, but yes, I did have the red pants. I had the red pants and the red boots. I'm like, you can't trust me like this. I'm not taking part in this anymore. All my friends are playing hockey, and by that time, I was caught between two worlds. I was caught between Ukraine and Canada. And I was good at neither. It was terrible at both. I couldn't play hockey and I couldn't Ukrainian dance, but boy, those girls. Oh boy. That's a reason. Hey, young men who may be lurking in on the stream, listen. Those pants, they're comfortable. Before MC Hammer had hammer pants, Ukrainian dancers had the red pants. They're fashionable, and they are the most comfortable pants you'll ever put on in your life. You think sweatpants are comfortable? Pfft, you haven't tried the red Ukrainian dancing pants. They're soft to the skin. They're huge. And it's only skinny guys wearing them, but they could be built for big guys too, because there's lots of room in them. The boots are pretty comfortable. But listen, look at the girls. Those dancers. Oh, my gosh. They've got the boots, too, the better boots, and the outfits, and the ribbons, and oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Very pretty. So, guys, get into Ukrainian dancing for two reasons. Number one, the pants are comfortable. Number two, the girls are pretty. Number three, is there a three? Yes, pierogies and kubasa. Look at that. Look at these guys rocking out. Oh, there's a great view of the stage. So this is a big deal. This is very well attended. It's famous across Canada and internationally. A lot of fun, a lot of food, a lot of craziness, even some fireworks. So obviously this is incredibly disappointing that we got news this morning that the Ukrainian festival has been canceled for this year. And that is because of the flooding situation that has happened in the Dauphin region, mainly affecting the hospital. This is the statement that was put out by the Ukrainian festival last night that says the first few days of July have brought devastating floods to the city of Dauphin and the Parkland region, affecting everyone, declaring local states of emergency. The Cello Festival site is fine, not affected by flooding. Understood. But this is an issue of the Dauphin Regional Health Center. As we said earlier, the hospital is closed. And, you know, when you have a group, like literally thousands of people coming from around the world to your festival, you want to make sure that if somebody, you know, swallows the kubasa the wrong way or gets one of those fried onions caught in their throat, you want to make sure that they're going to be able to be treated properly. After consulting with the city, local politicians, and more importantly, their insurance provider, the board of directors have determined they cannot confidently provide a safe environment for everybody at this year's festival. So all 2026 purchase day, weekend camping passes, and donated passes can be rolled over and used for 2027, or you can choose to be refunded. The board of directors extends its sincere gratitude to our performers, volunteers, sponsors, vendors, partner staff, and loyal festival supporters. Our hearts remain with everyone across the Parkland region who have been impacted by the flooding and the local state of emergency. And they look forward to 2027. Now, because this hospital is closed, and it's not every day that a hospital in Canada closes, especially of this size. It's making the national news. And it's got a lot of people saying, listen, set up a field hospital. Make it like the military. Get a field hospital there because, you know, emergencies happen, festival or no festival. You need to have health care in a city of, like, how big would Dauphin be? 11,000 people or so?
The basement of the hospital in Dauphin, Manitoba, under 2.5 meters of water.
Take a look at this. So much water.
The basement of the hospital in Dauphin, Manitoba, under 2.5 meters of water after record rainfall last week. 54 patients were evacuated.
My greatest fear is me having a heart attack or my family, or, if we have to wait for ambulance.
Susan Teeley has needed treatment for melanoma and long COVID and is supposed to get an MRI here in September.
It's terrifying because where am I going to go? Who's going to see me quickly?
Officials now say the hospital, which serves an area roughly the size of Prince Edward Island, will be closed for an extended period, service disruptions for months. The hospital's power, HVAC, sterilizing equipment, laundry and food services, all in the basement.
We're waiting for assessments to be complete. Is the building safe to occupy?
The Regional Health Authority has set up a temporary clinic, but with roads and bridges washed out, some patients will have to travel hours for medical care.
This is catastrophic for our region. When we're talking about a health center that has a very busy emergency department.
That's Dr. Biddu Malik. She's one of the radiologists up in Dauphin.
That services trauma and stroke. We're talking about acute care issues that are now compromised.
The province apparently has access to some emergency, like a blood lab.
That's Dave Boziak. He's a Dauphin mayor. Good guy. Good, met him a few times. Really nice guy. If you're up in that area, you know Dave well.
Mobile x-ray unit. There's a mobile MRI.
Manitoba's health minister has asked the federal government to help restore health services. It's also asked for a field hospital. A spokesperson for the minister responsible for emergency management says they haven't gotten a field hospital request, but will meet with the province Friday to find out more. Rebecca Chartrand, a federal cabinet minister touring the area Thursday, promised to check on it personally.
Those are some of the things that we need to follow up on.
Some people here say
Oh, what do they say?
they're frustrated by too many levels of bureaucracy and slow decision-making.
What? In Canada, we have too many levels of bureaucracy and government is too slow to act? What? I am shocked. You could push me over with a feather. I can't believe. Of course they are. It's ridiculous. Get things moving. I expect a new hospital to be built later today. You guys are meeting. Like, this is crazy. I'm being a little bit sarcastic and build a hospital in one day, but for God's sake, seriously, if they can send all that money halfway around the world, they can take care of people in their own backyard. Can I get a hell yeah? I get a hell yeah. I mean, we've lost our Kubasson pierogies. For God's sakes, how much more loss do we have to suffer? Again, there's been some really serious loss. I am attempting to make light of a terrible situation, and it is terrible. They're without their hospital in a country that guarantees health care to everybody. So I know it's summertime. Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Politician. We're sorry to interrupt your little barbecue, but guess what? This is what you signed up for. When you sign up for looking after the people, you look after the people. I apologize. I know you got a barbecue to go to. You got a pool to hit. But listen, there are some people suffering in our area, and they need some help. So I do expect to see an announcement probably later today, hopefully, some kind of game plan that's going to help these folks to make sure that they've got the proper health care they need in the parkland. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And, this announcement for the Ukrainian festival is certainly going to help speed things along, I think, because so many people across Canada know about it and go, yeah, that thing got canceled. Why was it flooded? No, it wasn't flooded. They got no hospital. They what? Yeah, they got no hospital. That's crazy. Also crazy was an Air Canada flight that slid off the runway yesterday in Montreal. Happened about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Some people coming in from L.A., and apparently it was raining. This lady has been on a few flights. She said that it was kind of a scary day on the plane yesterday.
On an Air Canada flight, just landed, emergency landing in Montreal. Pouring rain, this is the second flight. This plane hit the ground. I knew something wasn't right. We were skidding, and next thing I knew, there was smoke, and grass and dirt right next to the window. I'm amazed that we didn't hit this box out there. The wing is probably 10 feet from the box. That would have been an explosion. We're just lucky to be alive, and I am felling over all of these passengers and definitely the flight attendants who have been so nice and caring. And I don't know if I'll make my next flight, but all I know is we're alive.
So at this point, we'll ask you to please remain seated, and we'll let the firefighting team coordinate the deployment. Once again, thank you.
Thank you.
That's not the way that you like to get welcomed at the airport, hey? With some firefighters? That's not fun. Heavy rains apparently may have been the cause, but I mean, it's that happens all the time. Planes land in rain all the time. An investigation is on. And that's not the only airport story we've got for you this morning. Canadian airports are telling passengers, please be careful when you're online. So if you're going to be flying this summer, you need to be aware of this information. Some serious stuff coming from, and this is right clear across Canada, from Toronto to Winnipeg, Vancouver, Calgary. All the Canadian airports are concerned about this, and I got the details coming up in just a second. First, a quick reminder that this coming Wednesday is Tim Hortons Camp Day, okay? We're sending kids to camp. It's that time of year again, and it's really cool. We had some Sunseekers chime in on Facebook saying that they had, in other cities, been able to benefit from being sent to camp, and they'd gone on to some pretty incredible careers and were inspired by the tremendous impact that these Tim Hortons camps have on kids. And so this is going to be a great day. It's always a fun day filled with prizes and lots of smiling faces, and there's window washing going on, and it's always a great day. So I'll be jumping around from Tim Hortons to Tim Hortons location in Brandon on Wednesday. And all we need you to do is get a hot or cold coffee and help support the cause for Tim Hortons Camp Day coming up on Wednesday at your local Tim Hortons. Of course, Tim Hortons has locations in Brandon, Dauphin, Verdun, Neepawa, and Moosomin. Epla office, if you're buying or selling real estate, if you're looking at doing a will, if you are in business and need some help with business law, Epla office would love to help you. They are so friendly. They are so willing to take the confusing and make it basic. And you know what? I love when that happens because life is confusing and stressful enough. They take the stress out of your legal situation. Epla office at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC. And finally, Creasy Hot Tub and Billiards, Jacuzzi Hot Tubs in Manitoba. You need a pool. How about that? How about the plus 35 with the humidity feeling like plus 50? They call them the swim spas, a jacuzzi swim spa. Hard shell, think of a hot tub that's slightly higher, well, probably twice as high as a regular jacuzzi hot tub. And then you've probably got anywhere between 4 and 6 jacuzzi hot tubs together in one giant pool. Now you say, yeah, okay, well, it's nice to have a pool. Is there jets in there? Yeah, it's like a pool and a hot tub had a baby. That's what a swim spa is. You got to check them out. Affordably priced. And boy, there's never been a better time to be dreaming about a swim spa with jacuzzi. If you're going to be vacationing in your backyard, check out jacuzzimanitoba.ca or visit their location at 2500 Park Avenue in Brandon. If you're flying this summer, please take note of the warning coming from Canadian airports this morning with regards to AI information floating around. This is unreal.
Canadian air travel gridlock. Flight disruptions hit major domestic carriers, unsettling peak summer plans. Inflamed headlines on a number of websites. The problem is, airports say they're not accurate.
What we're worried about is that passengers are going to see this information and that it will ultimately impact their decisions.
This is Sean Davidson from Toronto Pearson Airport. Toronto was first to sound the alarm on this because people are freaking out. They're online, they're on their phones, they're watching the news on their phones, and these bots are pumping out the stories, man. They are They're pumping them out.
Like arriving at the airport earlier than they need to.
Toronto's Pearson Airport is warning passengers about a spike in AI-generated bot-powered articles naming 5 sites.
Some of these authors, quote unquote, are writing up to 100 different articles a day. And not only about Toronto Pearson, but airports across North America.
This article says there are 26 suspended and 162 delayed flights without a clear timeline. A CTV News analysis of Pearson's departure information Thursday showed only 6 cancelled and 21 delayed. While today's headline of Montreal Trudeau chaos, 11 flights cancelled, 87 delayed, also makes the timing muddy, while the airport's own site shows 12 cancellations and 4 delays Thursday afternoon.
It's incredibly problematic because artificial intelligence is allowing bad actors to do this at scale.
Airports and experts stress the best thing travelers can do is rely on trusted and direct sources. Airlines will contact you in case of a delay. And if you are delayed,
keep your own information, take screenshots, take a picture of the display of the departures or whatever with the times and the blinking light that says, en retard or whatever. Keep track of that yourself if you can, rather than relying on AI after the fact.
AI is causing all kinds of headaches. It was supposed to make our lives better. Now it's lying to us. So accurate information is important. So we've said this before. We'll say it again. Just because you saw it on your phone doesn't make it real. Always check with the sources directly. And, we're seeing that locally with our flood information. And, because there's a lot of AI related. Oh, I feel a sneeze hanging on. Hang on. I had to turn the mic down. Possible sneeze. Nope. Just a tickle. We're seeing that locally with the flood information. You want to be able to go to the city of Brandon directly. And, this is why, people ask me, how come you aren't giving more information? How come you just give one sentence? How come things are so brief? Because I want to be as accurate as I possibly can and then tell people, go to the source. So there was a fire downtown last night. There wasn't, by the way, but that would be a headline. There was a fire downtown. Go to the website for your local fire department and get the information from them. Now, the onus, unfortunately, is on governments and businesses to make sure that they've got proper communications people in place, and that'll be something for them to deal with. Toronto Pearson is seeing this firsthand, as are all the airports, with regards to getting information out as quickly as possible. But it comes with a big warning, not just for airports, but basically for everything. So please be careful. Okay? Hey, Al. Shathan says, I've been moving on from social media because of all the AI doomerism. I like that word. Well, I don't like that word, but I like your word for it. Doomerism. Well, doom scrolling, hey? Hopefully the social media companies can figure out how to filter that out. Unfortunately, and we talk about this a fair amount, it's going to get worse before it gets better, and I apologize for that. I shouldn't have to apologize on behalf of all social media, but it's kind of the Wild West, and they're going to be bringing in some rules that are going to be pretty heavy-handed. So we're going to go from anything goes to crickets pretty quick. So I just wish people could just be good people. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask for people to just be honest and good? Apparently so. MJ's here. Hello, MJ. Just be honest. Be good. That's it. But I saw a cool saying this morning before I started the show. I don't know why I saw it, but I'll share it with you. It's from Albert Einstein. Even dirty water makes plants grow. I love that. Yeah, I'll repeat for those in the back. Even dirty water makes plants grow. And you know what else makes plants grow? I think you know. And it gets a bad rap. Oh, you're full of BS. And, oh, that's a bunch of crap. And crap is good, too. Just ask anybody with tomatoes the size of basketballs. They've probably put some poop on there. This pico de gallo has an interesting flavor. Hey, sun seekers. Oh, my God, the hour is through. What has happened? Our time together has come to an end. It's time now for just VIPs. I'm sorry. And the VIPs will be rewarded with money. You know why? It's not just a bread settlement. There's a beef settlement. Beef money. And the beef people have money. Beef money. There's going to be a payout. And the story about the pilot who said, I quit. Then he opened the door and left. I say, what? I quit. Oh. Well, where'd the pilot go? This happened in the last 24 hours. But it's only for VIPs. I'm sorry. We have to kick everybody else out. We have to kick everybody else out of the Beach House Beach Bunker, and it's for VIPs only. They also get the keyboard, too. Hey, have a great weekend, you guys. Stay cool, okay? And we'll see you on Monday. It's going to be a great weekend. Monday's going to be awesome. It's season finale week next week, our final 5 shows of the season. Be safe this weekend. We'll see you over on the website or over at Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. Thanks so much for making this another fantastic week. Monday will be fine. I hope your anxiety is tapered. The city is prepared. We are in great shape in Brandon. And let's pray for Dauphin. Let's get these politicians to let's hold their feet to the fire. Seriously. Hope good things come out of Dauphin later today because they're all getting together. Anyway, we got to move over to the website. Bye, TikTok and X. Have a good weekend, you guys. Stay cool, okay? Stay cool, YouTube. Stay cool, YouTube.